y'all. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Banda on the beat.
Hi. Hope this is a good angle, but welcome to my channel. It's your girl Shayla Mir, aka Self, aka Slim Luck, because your luck is slim with me. So I want to do something different today. So in the month of September, which is my birth month, I call it Shaytember. Maybe last year I started calling it Shaytember because I was like, I want to make this into a thing. Like I have bigger hopes for it in September, but I definitely want to make it into something big. This year I decided really to use it as a type of reflection. So I'll kind of put screenshots on the screen or to my left or to my right of like the things that I did on my Instagram, really just asking reflective questions. And I have my laptop here, so if you see me looking over, I'm reading what I have. So what I said on my Instagram was my birth month will be a month of reflection. Join me on this journey or not. For the people who just were watching my story and not replying, I see you. I know exactly who you are. But yes, with actionables that begin with an S for each day of Shaytember. That just allowed you to reflect a little bit on the year or what you have to come in September. But yeah, I want to go over some of the feedback that I received and just where I am and answer the questions, because I didn't answer it on my story on purpose because I wanted to make a video out of it. So I know I'm super late. Don't judge me. Anywho, let's get this started. Okay. So the first question was September 1st. Start, begin, or be reckoned from a particular point in time or space. What is something that you would start this month or before the end of 2021? One of my followers said physics too, so she was studying for the MCAT again, and she was taking more risk with her business, which I thought was super cool because I know that she's a businesswoman. Shout out to my girl. I won't be exposing anybody's name, but she does have a hair business that I may link below, so you guys can shop with her. She makes amazing wigs. Another person said start taking my mental health seriously, which I think is so important. Actually, in September, I started therapy with BetterHelp, which I do want to leave hopefully a referral link underneath as well, just so you guys can have access to it. This is not sponsored, by the way. This is me just speaking from my thoughts, but BetterHelp really helped me that month of September. I was all over the place. I wasn't feeling healthy. I wasn't feeling happy. So I was like, okay, it's Shaytember. Do something that you need to do to have this in order. So BetterHelp really helped me. It hooked me up with a licensed therapist. I got to choose my therapist. I had some HSA funds that I just used to pay for it until they ran out, and then I had to stop because I really didn't want to pay for it out of pocket. I was in a really crazy space in September, so I thought, okay, let me start therapy. Why not? So BetterHelp link will be below. If I ever get sponsored by them, I'll go into more detail, but I'm not sponsored. I'm not getting paid for this, so I'm gonna cut that one short. Something that I started was my YouTube. I actually posted my first YouTube video on my birthday, September 17th. Something I'm starting before the end of the year. I want to start dance classes. Please, if somebody is in the Houston area, recommend me to a dance teacher. Amateur ones, of course, but I want to dance. Like, I think it's so fun. I like to move my body. It's an exercise. So yeah, I want to dance. So if I can find me a dance class before the end of this year, that'll be a check off of my bucket list, because I'm so shy. But I also think this is a great way for me to break away from my shyness, do something I've always loved doing, and I don't know, just get out of my shell a little bit. I need to meet more people here, so I think dancing will be the way to do it. So for September 2nd, my question was, I think, sensualize, gratifying the senses and physical, especially sexual pleasure. So I said, what are your two favorite non-sensual places to be touched? One was, it's the waist for me, which, yeah. And then someone said feet and hair, and I just thought that was so crazy because that's just about the same for me. I love my hair being touched or just being stroked and rubbed. It's so comforting, puts you straight to sleep. So that's like, oh my gosh, crazy. And then feet. Somebody rubbing your feet feels comforting. Like, it's something so comforting about it and soothing. And it's just like, okay, I love this. So getting pedicures is just like day one for me. What are yours? Let me know. September was actually sacrifice.
To give up something important or valued for the sake of others' consideration. So my question was, what is something that you sacrificed this year to achieve your goals? And I got some interesting replies with this one, I'm not gonna lie. So I have dating was from one of my followers, went without fast food for 4 months. Super crazy. I'm like, ooh, let me get like you because I need to stop eating bad. Like I eat trash. We have relationships, which was interesting because sometimes you have to give up certain relationships to move forward. Fun was one of my followers who's studying for the MCAT. When you're trying to be a doctor, fun kind of goes out the window. People who can manage that, kudos to y'all. We need more Black professionals anyway, so I think y'all are amazing. Shout out to y'all. And then I have one that says friendships. So to completely understand that, it kind of goes along the lines of the relationship one. It just is what it is. Sometimes people have to be cut off, baby. No harm, no foul, but sometimes people are parasites.
Cut them off and you'll see yourself start to bloom.
Something I definitely had to sacrifice, kicking it. I love to kick it. I love going out. So when I was living back in Columbus, I had to not go out as much, couldn't be as interactive as I wanted to be, because most of the time when I'm being interactive with other people, I'm spending money. And I needed to save to get to Texas. So I was like, okay, girl, you gotta change some things to make sure that your money is going where it needs to be in order for you to get to where you want to be. So sometimes you have to sacrifice those nights going out, really to reach your financial goals, or simply just, even if you're in college, if you need to study, sometimes you have to choose studying over going out, which is super hard and requires so much discipline. But for you guys who are really good at it, stick with it. You'll start to see the benefits in the long run. For September 4th, which is B-Day, hey, not my B-Day, but that's Beyonce Day, girl. You don't play with her. Yes, so it was scent, or smell, actually, was the word. And it says, perceive or detect the odor or scent of something.
People tend to underestimate the power of scent. And the lasting effects that it has on people. So mine was, what is your go-to scent for making you feel better? Something that makes me feel better when I smell it. Something that makes me feel better. That one is actually pretty hard for me. I like clean linen. Like I love clean linen or detergent. But somebody said lavender vanilla, and someone said fresh clean laundry, which is kind of like my weird one. I think it smells so good. I'm like, oh, it's a calming smell, like, or dryer sheets. Whatever. September 5th was savor.
Enjoy or appreciate something pleasant completely, especially by dwelling. So I said, what's the moment in 2021 that you find yourself dwelling on the most? No one answered this one, so I have to answer myself. So something I find myself dwelling on in 2021 the most, I would say like the Lucky Day concert. I love that man. Child. I love me some Lucky Day. Okay, his concert in Houston was something. It was something. Anywho,
September 6th was the word share.
So give a portion of something to another or others. So I said, what is the most valuable thing you share with someone? Someone said love. Of course, that's valuable. Someone said time, the utmost valuable thing that you can give to anyone. Someone said, it's the time for me, you can't get that back. And that's literally probably the most valuable thing I've gave to someone is time. Time and effort. I think that's very valuable. The most valuable thing I've probably given someone. Besides like the sentimental gifts. But those are valuable in a sense, but I think nothing is more valuable than time.
Okay, for September 7th, the word was soften. Make her become less severe.
So I said, if there's one thing about you that you could soften about yourself, what would it be? And for this one, I have just the way that I act in defense mode when it comes to my feelings, which is completely understandable. Like I know when we're defensive, we say some things that we just should not be saying to other people. So soften that blow a little bit. Take some time and think before you speak. Words is something that you can never ever take back. Once it's said, it's out there. You can apologize a million times, but it was still said. One other follower said, I'm super aggressive. Wish that I had an off switch. I was that way too. I used to be super aggressive. I had to calm down because it's just not, I'm trying to go the more feminine route about most things, which is a journey to say the least. But once you kind of master your emotions,
master of self is the best thing that you can master, honestly. You master your emotions, you master just about anything. So once you learn how to calm down and actually start thinking before you speak, life will go a lot smoother. Somebody said nothing. You're always going to get me at my raws. And I feel that too. Like, he was like, I'm not softening anything, baby. I am who I am. I'm like, okay. All right. Big fella. Ain't nobody tell you to soften nothing. I'm just asking. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, something I was talking about me is definitely, like, if I can soften my voice. I wish my voice was softer. I feel like my voice is so deep. So I always have to work on how I speak to people. I feel like I have to talk kind of like hard and at people. I want to learn how to speak with people and speaking to them, so I sound a little bit softer, So if I can soften anything, it'll be my voice, for sure. For September 8th, the word was silence, to stop or suppress a sound or noise and cause to become silent. So I asked the question, how many minutes a day do you dedicate to complete silence/stillness? We have 2 hours. Wow. I wish I could do that. I feel like the only silence that I'm gonna be for 2 hours would be sleep. And that's of the 8 that I have to have. I have to have my 8. Someone said I try to go for the first hour that I wake up, which is amazing. That's like great. Then I have somebody who has 15 minutes, which is super realistic. So really carving out that time per day to give yourself some time to think and just be like, I think for me, the amount of time that I give myself would be the most 10 minutes of just silence and stillness, but not long, because I'm fidgety. I like to be entertained. I'm always watching something, which is not good. I need to start sitting with myself more, just to be honest. September 9th, the word was stop. To abandon a specified practice or habit. I said, what's a bad habit that you plan to stop before 2021 ends? Someone said eating. Child, I hope you don't stop eating. Okay, we ain't just completely stopping eating, but I know what she meant. Probably just eating less. Somebody said calling up a D appointment when I'm drunk, LOL. I'm good though, abstinence, bro. But yeah, don't call up no D when you drunk. It's not gonna get you where you need to be. A heartache, potential disease that you can't get rid of. That person probably don't care about you. If it's your man, that's one thing. But if it's just some random guy that you just want to have sex with because you're drunk, find you a vibrator. There's plenty of toys on Amazon. Ding. Procrastination. Somebody said, literally, I need to stop sleeping on myself. The worst thing you can do ever is sleep on yourself. So I feel her on that. Who doesn't procrastinate? It's like the hardest thing to avoid and stop. Self-doubt. Lord, child. If I don't know self-doubt, I don't know who know her. Because, baby, I knows her. She right behind me. Always in my ear. And like I said, stop talking to doubt demons, like people who are outside of you. You already doubt yourself enough. Don't be around people who doubt you. Period. That you give them 2 times to doubt you. After that, cut them off. And I have a quote that I'll put on the screen about doubt demons. Let's stop them. Eating out so much. I'm never gonna stop that. I love eating out. I love food. And I hate cooking. Wasting money and procrastinating. I know that procrastinating came up a lot. Everybody says that, but it's like, what are your actionable tips to actually stop that? Because it's like the hardest thing to stop. And wasting money, it just comes with the territory, baby. It's so hard not to waste money. It's like, dang. Y'all want me to not do anything? Spend right all the time? That's hard. Someone said limit fast food. Yeah. If you can, do it. I tried to stop for like a week or so. I've probably been pretty strong, actually. I'm probably like a week and a half, no fast food. I'm dying. Procrastination was another one. So we already know in procrastination about anything. So I really just ask people, like, what are your steps to take to stop? Something that I'm stopping is saying yes all the time. I feel like I was a yes woman forever, like just about all my life. I was saying yes, yeah, and depleting myself fully. No more. I'm saying no. So if you don't like it, then you're just gonna have to get used to this new Shayla. But I'm gonna be saying no more often, because I was always like, yeah, even if I didn't have the time. And I would literally, what they said is saying yes to something is saying no to something else. or saying yes to everything is saying no to yourself. So I think that's lame. So I'm putting me first. September 10th, save. Keep and store up something, especially money for future use. What are your savings goals before the year ends? One of many of mine was to have 6 months of rent saved up, and I was only $840 away at the time. I don't know where I am now, but I'm sure I'm still on track. I have not slipped up yet. Each check, I'm putting a certain amount away. Someone said a band a month. I'm gonna try. Go girl, go band a month. 20K for my business, 10K for personal. I'm on track to reach my goals, so I thought that was super cool to have the girl bosses in the replies. For September 11th, support. Give assistance to, especially financially, and able to function or act. So I asked, what makes you feel the most supported? Someone said love, positive energy, motivation, genuine people, etc. Bingo, bingo. Motivation from others. Sometimes I like to have that extra push. So sometimes the way people feel supported is just words of encouragement. And that's like, kind of goes along with your love language. Someone said family acknowledging my growth. Oh my gosh. That feels so good. They're like, I'm proud of you. Like my best friend DeAndre, he recently was like, I'm proud of you. Like you sound different. And he was like, you sound like you matured a lot. And I was just like, thank you. Like I have a lot since we've been friends since like 8th grade. We've been friends since middle school. So him to say like, I'm proud of you was like, it felt so good. So I definitely agree with like family acknowledging your growth. The way I feel supported is really just physically being there. Like when my friends all showed up for my graduation, that felt so good. Like I don't have that many friends, but my girls showed up, okay? So I was super happy to have them there, and it just felt like, okay, they got my back through anything. You never forget those moments who were there when you're having those great moments. September 12th, nobody responded to this one. So the word was strengthen. Make or become stronger. So what do you plan on strengthening before 2021 ends? And for me, something I plan on strengthening really was like my bonds. Every time the year ends, I'm like, I need to be closer to my freaking family. So my new plan for December, I'm gonna write down a family member or just a close person for each day of the month that I have to call. Even if I make like a 15-minute call, I have to call someone from my family and touch base with them. I'm horrible. Like, I mean, absolutely horrible. Like I'm disappointed in myself. So that's something I really want to strengthen is my familial bonds. Like the people who are there for me, I need to check up on them more regularly, talk to them, see how they are, just be better than what I'm doing now. It's horrible. September 13th, the word was speak. Say something in order to convey information, an opinion, or a feeling. So I asked, are you the type to speak when you're mad or shut down? And I did this in like a poll form. 20% of people talk it out, and then 80% of people shut down and talk later. I'm definitely the type, I'm gonna shut down probably. Like I need some time, because if I speak when I'm mad, I'm gonna say something that I regret, and I don't wanna regret anything that I say to people. So I'm definitely on the side of the 80% who I'm gonna shut down and talk about it later. Those people who wanna talk about it right now, y'all probably toxic as heck. Y'all probably toxic as heck. But I appreciate that too, because some people have to be like, nah, we need to talk about this now, because we're not about to let the day go. And you ain't talking to me. No, fair. September 14th, serve. So perform duties or services for another person or organization. When's the last time you've been of service to someone unrelated to you? Someone said last weekend at the food pantry for community service. Dope, dope, dope. I definitely volunteer. Like I volunteer at Life Care Alliance, and I was packaging food that they send to older people or to the elderly, which I loved volunteering there. Shout out to Life Care Alliance. Someone said today. Someone said every day at damn work. Someone said this morning. So yeah, try to serve people more. It makes you feel better. Actually boosts your self-esteem as well. September 15th. So the word was secure. Protect against threats, make safe. Do you feel secure in who you are now, or are you looking to become more? And that one I did in poll fashion too. So one side was I am who I am. This is it. And the second side said, I'm still growing, which everybody voted for. I'm still growing, which I'm still growing too. So I'm glad that people are like self-aware enough to know that they're still growing, and hopefully you're not going to be stagnant and just be stubborn. Like, I am who I am. Like, there's nothing I could do better. Like, come on now. There's always something you can improve. Even if you're happy with who you are, think it's always somewhere that you can improve as a person. So we got September 16th. So the word was seek, to attempt or desire to obtain or achieve something. The saying goes that you seek what is seeking you. Let me run that back. You seek what is seeking you. So I said, what are you currently seeking? Someone said money and good grades. Child, we always going after money. Okay? Always seeking some money. Please be of abundance for me. Come to me easily. Good grades, of course. Let's go. Shout out to the smart girls. Progression. She said just more for myself. Definitely, of course. We should always be progressing forward. Someone said consistency and self-discipline. Those two things are so freaking hard. Like, I think the one that I struggle with is working out. Like, I started off so well. I was going 8 weeks strong, 5 days a week, wasn't playing, and then you just go through a rough patch where you're like, I don't want to go. It's cold. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I don't want to go today. And once you do that, boy, you be off. So I'm getting back into the swing of things with working out. Mine was my purpose. I'm seeking my purpose still. So I'm just trying to try out as many things as I can right now because I was so sheltered and like scared of everything, of trying new things and difference and changes, that I was like not trying anything new. So right now is the time to like get out there, do something that scares you the most. Just do it. Even if you're scared, even if you're shaking the whole way through, do it, because you're gonna be like, oh, I got to do that. So that feels good. So we got September 17th, which is my birthday, and I was super late because I was in Jamaica. So I was like, baby girl, I'm paying attention to these views, so let me do a little catch up because I had to post them later. I think the word was smile, which is my favorite thing to do. Form one's feature into a pleased, kind, or amused expression, typically with the corners of the mouth turned up and the front teeth exposed, like this. What is something that never fails to make you smile? For me, it's dogs. Like, I'm obsessed. It's sick. Someone said the sun. Someone said seeing adorable babies. Yeah, the sun makes me smile too. Like, when it's cold outside, I'm not seeing enough sun. I'm not the happiest. I'm not in my like best mental state. So I think the sun is definitely something that makes me smile. I'm always like, ooh, as soon as I can feel some heat, I'm like, ooh, and I'm smiling. So that's great. And babies are cute. Babies make me smile too. I'm not gonna lie, baby feet be kicking my butt sometimes. So September 18th, satisfied. To fulfill a desire or need. What's something you've completed this year that you're satisfied with? Something I was satisfied with that I completed was my move to Texas. It was so many people doubting me, like, not so many people doubting me, but like I had a few friends like, girl, you ain't moving. I'm like, the heck I am. Just watch. Like, and I stopped talking about it. It was always in the back of my mind every single day. My eyes was focused on get out of Ohio. Like, I was so miserable there, it's not even funny. I made a joke like, the only way I'm coming back to Cleveland is in a casket. And I'm not joking. So it is what it is. Show was September 19th. Display or allow to be perceived a quality, emotion, or characteristic. What is your non-verbal way of showing someone that you love them? Some of the replies was putting my face on theirs. That's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. Someone said trips. I wanna fall in love with me. I don't know if he was asking me that. It's crazy. Someone said food. Someone said gifts. Someone said rubbing their feet, and I hate feet. This is them saying that, but I hate feet. So I'm probably not gonna rub your feet. I like my feet being rubbed though. Someone else said gifts, and someone said eating butt. Not eating butt. Sir, we're not even gonna address that. I think my non-verbal way, I love hugs. Oh my gosh. I freaking love hugs. I love hugs. I love them. I'm so bad with words. They're so healing. So that's my way. I don't give people hugs and show them I love them. Because I really don't hug people I don't love. I need to start hugging people more, but I'm not hugging people that I don't love most of the time. What would you say yours is? I would love to know. Comment below. September 20th simplifies. To make something simpler or easier to do or understand. What is something that you simplified this year that's made your life easier? Mine was budgeting. Child, I was just saying, I finally understand how to, after a year of my dad teaching me and learning what actually works for me. And at this point, it's been like a year and a half of me budgeting. But child, that was the biggest struggle. And I asked people like if they wanted a breakdown of how I budget. I actually write all mine in my notes, and I kind of use that as a guide all the time. So someone said, trusting God to handle it. Control is not as important as progressing. That was a great answer. Someone said, a car. Simplified it, which a car does simplify a lot of things. Letting other people help and be less controlling. Letting people help is a lesson everybody could use. Like, we're not in this world alone. Like, we may have been brought into it alone, but it's a reason why so many other humans here. Let people help you. You'll feel so much better when someone helps you. The bond just gets better. Let people help you. I'm battling that right now. And someone said budgeting, definitely building up my savings. So I completely understand that. Budgeting, it can save your life. Literally having that rainy day funds to help you, especially as we all know during the pandemic, it was rough. So like preparing for those rainy days, which ended up being a year plus. September 21st, socialize. Participate in social activities, mix socially with others. If you could have your ideal social setting, what would it be? I love small kick-its. Like kick-its where you're in the house with all the people that you care about. What's better than that? Like those are so freaking fun. I used to love little kickbacks with my college friends. They know who they are. We used to kick in, just be college students, be kids, and we used to have the funniest memories ever. So man, it's nothing better than having a circle of people that you really just love and care about, and y'all all get along, and y'all just all get to be in the same room making memories. Top notch. Someone said small and intimate, like you basically said. Like, I can feel that. And then someone said, depends on the liquor. Okay? Crazy stuff. So yeah, liquor can definitely change how you want to be social. Like, the dark is more so in the house. Like, I'm not drinking dark and going out. If I'm drinking dark, I'm staying my butt at home. If I'm drinking light, I want to be partying. I want to be out and about, like up and, I don't know, liquor puts me down. I mean, dark liquor puts me down really bad. September 22nd, succeed. So achieve the desired aim or results. I want to hear people talk their stuff real quick. So I wanted to hear them brag on themselves. So I asked, what's something you're exceptional at? One said surgical with his car stuff. And he is my old mechanic. Shout out to him, okay? He is no joke. What can he do? What can he repair? Someone said, I'm a great active listener. That's definitely a strong suit of mine. I listen to people. Now, will I remember every detail? Maybe not, but I'm a great listener, active. At that moment in time, I can be quiet for forever and just listen to people talk. I love that. Someone said, I'm very good at coordinating and planning. I think that's a gift, okay? A gift. Definitely, like, that's hard as heck for a lot of people to do. People need that help, so make that into a business. I'm gonna shout this one out. My mom said cooking, and she the goat, okay? She's the goat at cooking, so she right. She is exceptional at that. Someone said making money and being a chameleon, making every situation advantageous. My guy is good at what he does, okay? He's not lying, so he's about that bag, and he's pretty good at it, so I think he is exceptional at that. So I will give him that. And someone said creative writing, book coming soon, and I love to read, so I'm excited for that book to come, and you know who you are. So yeah, he is good at creative writing. He sent me a few of his poems, and I really enjoyed them. So yeah, I think he is exceptional at the creative writing. Something I'm exceptional at, I think I'm pretty exceptional at staying positive and always seeing the brighter side of things. I don't know what actual, like, tangible I'm exceptional at just yet. Exceptional as much. I think I'm pretty good at doing my makeup. Hopefully I'll be good at just, beauty soon. Hopefully. September 23rd. Sense. A keen, intuitive awareness of a sensitivity to the presence or importance of something. What's the strongest sense out of the 6? I don't think there are 5 senses. I think there are 6 senses. Vision, hearing, taste, smell, touch, or intuition, which is 100% a freaking sense. And I said my intuition is that girl. She has kept me safe this far and only ever failed me when I was intoxicated or inebriated, which is my fault. So I was like, or did I fail her? So someone said intuition for sure. Someone said intuition and hearing. Someone said definitely intuition. Someone said intuition like a MF, and someone said hearing. And my girl is super good at hearing, so she's right. Yeah, if I had to pick my second one, sight. Like I'm 20/20 with it. Grateful for those. Thank you, parents. September 24th, sympathize. Agree with a sentiment or opinion. What is just one thing that you cannot sympathize with? And mine was pedophiles. I said they can swallow a glass, and I don't care about their personal trauma growing up either. Somebody said, I cannot sympathize with someone who is committed to a victim mentality. That is hard to, like, trying to support someone who just always is like, oh, woe is me, like, why is the world like this? It's like, okay, at what point are you going to take accountability for what you can change in the situation and do that? Because what are we doing here? We can't always be a victim. Not completely disregarding things that happen to us, but taking some accountability for what happens. Someone said rapist. Yeah, I don't feel bad for y'all either. Someone said people who don't try to help themselves in a situation but want help from others. That's hard. Like, that's someone who's not looking for a job but don't have no money. It's like, okay, have you been applying for a job?
No.
How are you going to get a job? How are you going to get some more money? What's the point of that? Or even someone just complaining about their weight. Are you going to the gym?
No.
Are you eating well?
No.
Are you drinking enough water?
No.
It's like, okay, what effort are you making to achieve a goal that's something that's you're complaining about all the time? Lack of common sense. Common sense isn't so common, so that's that. BITCH, N-words, to be honest. Somebody said, yeah, they're a headache. Nobody likes them anyway. Someone said complainers, vent yes, but do nothing about it. HE, double hockey sticks, no. And that's what I was saying before, like, that was something about being overweight. Like, do not complain about it if you're not doing anything to change it. Don't complain about it around me, at least. I don't want to hear it. Someone said, this sounds terrible, but lack of working out. Like, just stand up and jump. Yeah, I'm sorry. You can go walk. Dude, you can do 5 minutes or 10. People got 10-minute exercises. You don't got 10 minutes of your day. I know you binge watching one of them shows on Netflix. I know you binge watching whatever. You got 10 minutes to just sweat. 10 minutos. You got that. I'm not trying to hear it. So I definitely agree with you on that, girl. Someone says someone who doesn't try. That's annoying. It's hard to sympathize with people who don't try at all. Someone said when people play victim, but they were fully aware. You knew what you did. You knew what you did. Someone said pedophilia, rape, unjust murder, or anti-blackness. Girl. Yeah, that's all. Anti-blackness is, how can you sympathize with that? That's crazy. And unjust murder, like, why are you murdering people just for no reason? Crazy madness. And someone said men who abuse or harm women and kids. I forgot about that one, but that will low-key be my top 2. Like, abusive men, oh my God. Y'all can swallow glass too. Maybe 2 glasses. September 25th, stimulate. Encourage development of or increased activity in a state or process. So I said, what's a topic that keeps your mind stimulated like no other? Mine will have to be between psychology and feminine arts. Definitely. I love watching anything femininity. I need the help. And then psychology is just like studying the mind. Like, I love understanding why we are the way we are. Someone said love. Someone said Marvel, science, and sports, which is super interesting. I was definitely a sci-fi girl growing up. I stayed on that channel. Between that and Animal Planet, child, Shark Week, that was all I watched as a kid besides cartoons. I was a nerd. I'm still a nerd. September 26th.
Solve. Find an answer to, explanation for, or means of effectively dealing with a problem.
What's one thing you're great at helping people solve? I want to say problems, but that feels so cliche to say. But problems could be the case, yeah. Like, I'm pretty good at helping people solve, like, issues that I have the capacity to help them in. So if they have, like, I'm good at advice. So, like, I feel like I give pretty clear advice. A lot of my friends come to me for it. So I'm good at solving life issues in a sense, or helping people solve life issues.
That was a hard question, so I see why people didn't answer that one.
For September 27th, it was spiritualized.
To elevate to a spiritual level, or to purify from the corrupting influences of the world.
What is your spirit animal? So mine, I was saying, is either it's a combination of three things. So I would say a wolf, an elephant, and a giraffe. Those are like my three favorite animals. So
It should be mine. I was thinking about getting them all tatted on my back, like a mural. Me with tattoos? Me get another tattoo? Never.
not happening. It hurts too bad. September 28th, select. Carefully choose as being the best or most suitable. So I said, what do you think is the most important selection you make in life? And I definitely said the father of your kid. The father of your kid is a woman and the mother of your child is a man, for sure. Someone said your spouse. Yes, I think that's probably the second most important, but you can always divorce your husband and not have a child with him. But I think, and you're not permanently bonded to that person, but like you're permanently bonded to someone you have a child with. That's the only reason I say it takes more value. Someone said saving is so important. It'll save you when you need saving. It will save you when you need saving. Like I was telling you earlier, like when it's a rainy day, baby, you gonna need that money. Someone said who you have kids with. Definitely believe that. Someone said who you marry and have kids with, which I think it should be in that order. I'm definitely a no kids before marriage type of girl. So I completely understand that one. September 29th, strive. Make great efforts to achieve or obtain something. What motivates you to strive for greatness? I said I never start anything looking to be mediocre at it. So I start with the intention to become great at everything I do. If I don't feel I have the capacity to be great at it, I won't even start. No half-assing. So all it takes is consistency and discipline, which I talked about earlier was super hard. The will to go at it consistently, the discipline to keep going even when you fall off, which is the same thing with working out. And hopefully with my YouTube, I've been pretty consistent with posting every Friday for a while now. I know I missed like a Friday or so, but I've been pretty consistent, which I'm proud of. Hopefully I can keep it going and even post more often once I start monetizing my channel. So someone said my family, someone said my future children, and to make the people who care about me and love me proud. Yes, I think my family is a huge motivation back there too, because I definitely didn't want to be a failure with my nephew and nieces following behind me looking like, oh, what did my auntie do? So I was like, college. Like at least let me have a degree so I can have something like a formal accolade, but I'm going to do way more. Trust me. September 30th, sustain.
The cause to continue or be prolonged for an extended period or without interruption.
What's one basic human need that you wish could sustain itself for forever? I said my bladder. I hate peeing. I hate having to, I hate peeing. That's not the right way to say it. But I hate having to get up. I just hate the convenience of it. Like it comes at the most inconvenient times. You remember those tests that you used to have and you can't leave the room? And it's like you're sitting there shaking like, oh my gosh. You hungry, you can hold your appetite for a little bit, but when you gotta pee, you gotta go. Sometimes you on the road. If you on the road on a long road trip, it's no bathroom for miles. Like, come on. So someone said the need to rest or sleep for sure. I 100% disagree. Sleep is my favorite thing to do, ever. Someone said comfort. I disagree with that one too. And someone said shelter or food. So probably just the need to have shelter or food. I can understand that. So, well, that actually concludes all of Shade Timber's questions. I hope you guys answer some of them below. If you are September babies, which date did yours fall on? I want to know. Like, I love September babies, especially the Virgo ones. No offense to the ones who aren't, but I love Virgos. But thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. It may be a little bit long, but I appreciate you for watching. I just wanted to get some extra content and go over some reflective ways of how you can be great for 2022. You can even use this for the remainder of December. So, or of the year, just to start something new before the New Year's resolutions kick in. So I definitely hope that you enjoyed this video. Like, comment some of the question answers in the comments, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you guys. Love you.